Last year I did a complete series on fuel additives where additives were tested and all of them were liquid chemical based additives. In the meanwhile, Enviro Tab, a company based in New Zealand, approached the channel to test their fuel additive. One of the factors that brought my curiosity up about Enviro Tab is it is a solid based additive and we get it in the tablet form. And the other one being this additive is completely organic based and claims to be completely safe even under overdose. So before using this in my motorcycle, I decided to test it and a tablet was dropped in petrol. This organic additive takes time to become soluble. In our case, it took around 5 minutes to form a complete homogeneous mixture with petrol, and once the mixture is formed, we didn't get to see any residue or solid particles that were left behind. Next, we tested this additive on vital rubber engine parts like the valve seal, and after close to 10 hours of dip, we didn't find any swelling, cracks or abnormalities in the valve seal. Primary claims and reports by Enviro Tab New Zealand about fuel efficiency improvement and minimizing emission pollutants did catch my attention and I decided to test the same. So just before adding the fuel additive, I went for an emission test and all the final stable results were noted down. The Enviro Tab was immediately added after that, and for the next 15 days I did around 1000 plus kilometers of riding, which also included a ride to Gujarat where I did observe some minor improvement in fuel efficiency. So after 15 days and 2 doses of Enviro Tab, I went again to the same test center with no changes done to the carburetor, air filter or spark plug and waited to get the stable results. In fact, I took the same route and went there at the same time of the day when the previous test was done to match the engine and the ambient temperature. So let's start with the HC emission, which stands for hydrocarbon emission, where unburned and partially burned fuel molecules can be found in exhaust gas. Earlier it was 183 parts per million and now it is at 135 ppm, which is around 26% drop in HC emission, and it relates to better fuel combustion. If we simplify the combustion equation for hydrocarbon fuel, then fuel burnt in presence of oxygen gives H2O and CO2. CO2 being carbon dioxide should improve for complete combustion process, and in our case CO2 was earlier at 2.3% of the exhaust gas volume and now it is at 4.4%. Finally, we speak about the poisonous carbon monoxide. Earlier the measured CO percent in exhaust gas was at 1.36%, while the present percentage after using Enviro Tab stands at 0.90%, which is noticeable and remarkable drop in carbon monoxide. Overall, I would go with what the test results say, that this organic additive tries to achieve what it claims. I didn't mention about NOx emissions here, as NOx value for my engine has been 0 for both the tests. This was a different kind of experience with Enviro Tab, which can be used in both petrol and diesel engines. I enjoyed doing this kind of experiments and I hope you have liked it.